Hello friends, welcome back. And if you're new here, I'm Meg. I post free hair education every single Monday. And today we are going to be using the brand new permanent color line from Danger Jones called Epilog. And here's what we're starting with, and this is what we are finishing with. Absolutely obsessed. If you remember her, she is in episode 37, but we used to use Kevin Murphy color, and now we are going to be making the switch to Epilog. I love this so much better. This was her hair before with the Kevin Murphy. It's a little more unnatural. I really love the way that Epilog looks on her. So this is the color book. These are all of our gorgeous coppers, gold coppers, copper reds, and now we will get started. I first am going to spray her down with some water and my K18 molecular repair mist, because you know every single person gets this on their hair. As you can see, she has super naturally curly, like frizzy hair. So I am just going to brush that K18 through and keep her nice and healthy before we even start doing anything. Now, when I was formulating for her copper, we used to add a little 764 when I used Kevin Murphy. Now, when you are taking those second group of numbers, the 6-4, when it starts with one number, that means there's usually a little bit more of that tone to it. So I'm going to be using 846, 646, and 74. There is a 746, but I didn't have any more. So we mix the 8 and the 6 together. So I'm doing equal parts of those to keep her at a level 7. And now I am just going to hit all of those roots. So because I used to use the 764 on her, I knew it was going to have a little less of a red tone than it used to, but she was absolutely okay with that. And I feel like the tone that we got from Epilog is so much more natural looking than the tone we got from Kevin Murphy. And I feel like the two married together very well with the blend. Like that's always kind of what I'm scared about when I change color lines, is that there's going to be a line where you're going to be able to see, here's the Kevin Murphy and here's the Epilog. And I really did not experience that. You just have to be careful in your formulations. And I knew that even though there wasn't really red in this formula, that it was going to match up everything because of the base level that we're at. So I am just applying this to all of her new growth and also kind of feathering it down just a little bit past where I have all that previous dark. Because you can see where we used to use lightener on her and then where we started using the hair color. I believe that episode 37 was the first time that she went copper, but we've been doing it for probably like 6 months now. I feel like at the end of every hair appointment, me and my guest are always like, this is the best one we've ever done. This is my favorite. But we both were in absolute agreement that this was our favorite copper that we've done on her so far. I was just so amazed by how rich and beautiful it was. It looked so natural while still being bold. And what I really love is it has the highs and lows. So with permanent color, you're either going to have a flat opaque color or you're going to have a translucent color. I really like that multi-tonal translucent color. That is what Kevin Murphy was, and that is what Epilog is. So it's not going to have that flat blank color. It just looks fake to me. I like when there are natural highs and lows in it, and that's what this color line absolutely gives you. I also did forget to mention that I am using 20 volume developer here, and you only have to process this for 35 minutes. So that is nice for me coming from Kevin Murphy, because that is a 45-minute processing time. So 10 minutes is a lot in the hair world. If you know, you know. But I am just very carefully applying this now because I'm getting closer to my blonde sections up front, and I want to avoid those at all costs. So I am just very lightly tapping all those roots. And you'll notice when I do each section, I tap both sides, the side that I'm holding and the side that I'm laying down. And that way I know it's really going to saturate. Now moving forward with our blonding. I like to do the blonding before I do the mids and ends because those do not need to process as long. I'm almost making it into a demi by using a 10 volume developer, which is another great thing about the Danger Jones. You can just turn it into a demi by lowering the developer volume. So I like to use that cotton whenever I'm on the hairline. That way I'm not just painting their forehead with lightener, and being very careful not to push that blonde hair back into the copper, and just lightly tapping and saturating all of those natural roots. Now for the lightener, I have a new trick. I like to mix the powder and the cream lightener from Danger Jones together whenever I'm doing on the scalp lightening. So the cream helps it stay really nice and wet and gentle. And then the powder really gives it that quick lifting time because I don't want to have to sit here and wait for this to process. So adding that little bit of the powder lightener is going to kick up the time and the lightening power. Even though they both lift 9 levels, the cream lightener takes so much longer to lift. And so when you mix a little bit of the powder in there, it still gives it that nice cream consistency that's not going to dry out, and it's going to help speed up that lift time. And I just went right in with a 20 volume because I want to get this lifted nice and quick. And I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. I like to split my section in half so that they're relatively small. And like I said, make sure you're keeping that blonde away from that copper. Lay my cotton down to help protect her skin. And it also gives me like a little platform to paint on. And you can see how nice and clean and thin those sections are. And then we're just hitting all the natural growth, and try really hard not to get onto the previously blonde hair. That is the big one. So I love having the cotton there to protect their face. And then it's also protecting that hair up front from over processing, because then it's not getting smashed into the skin and overheating, because our skin is where there's a lot of heat coming. So that cotton just kind of gives it a little protection, like a little pillow for it to rest on. Pulling all that hair forward in really thin sections. I'll zoom in there a little so you can see better. And I am tapping so lightly because you have to be really intricate on these parts. Whenever it comes to lightener, you don't want to rush through. It's not the same as permanent color where you can just slap it on and go. You really have to be careful and intricate. And just hitting all that new growth. I am just in love with this powder and cream mixture. The texture is like fantastic. And I'm big on like the texture of lightener, and I like different mixtures for different things. And this one I used 1 to 1.5 with my developer, and it is just like perfect consistency. Just works great for on the scalp application. And we'll speed through this final one, hitting that root first and laying my cotton down. And then taking my sections, being super careful to stay on the blonde, or off the blonde, only on the new growth. And you can see how carefully I pull and lay down each section. That's really important when it comes to lightening. You don't want to have like smashed together hair, because that's where you're going to find blotchy mistakes. So always pull it really nice and taut so that there is no hair jumbled up in your section. And that is it. After we apply this, we are going to go ahead and work through the ends. Now, the only difference from our base color and the ends is that I am not going to use the 646. I'm only going to use the 846 and the 74. The 74 is like a straight level 7 copper, and then the 746 has the red in it. So it's not as strong of a red as our old formula. And I was so excited to see it. I just can't believe how beautiful it turned out. So one good trick that I have for applying through the ends, if you're doing it before you're washing and you're blending it into your base color, I like to spray a little bit of water on my sections just to kind of wet them a little bit. It helps use less product, but on top of using less product, if the hair has been lightened before and maybe they have really high porosity, putting that little bit of water on there is going to help fill in that porosity, and then it's going to take the color better and more evenly. Like I said, I am also only using a 10 volume developer because we want deposit only and not a lift. And then I always like to brush my sections through, especially when you've got curly hair like this, and really blending that base into my mids and ends. Also, the color brush that I'm using is the Emperor from Framar. It has the comb on one side and then the brush on the other. This is like my absolute favorite brush for color melting. So I know you've probably seen it use it. You've probably seen me use it in my other videos, but it is such a good brush. I love it. So I highly recommend getting one of those. You don't have to get the Framar one. They have tons of different companies that make them, but I have like 3 of them and they are fantastic. But you can see I don't even have to take super tiny sections. I just have to make sure that everything is saturated and blended together. But you can see how easily this color applies. Just one more thing I absolutely loved about it. Really great consistency. I'm once again big on texture and consistency, and I don't like when permanent color is too like waxy. Some of them have like a beeswax in them or some kind of wax, and it's just like very hard to work through. They feel too thick, and this just went like lotion. It felt like lotion versus like a waxy color. So I really loved the consistency, and you can already see it processing and turning to our beautiful copper. Brushing through my section with a wet brush and then applying, always blending with my 2 fingers and carrying it down. Now, the other thing that I really wanted to show on this one that I did not show on the previous video is how I wash her out, because that is something that a lot of people ask me. And the most important thing is the brand that you're using. Like, yes, of course, it's important to wash it out properly, but if you're using a copper or red brand that bleeds a lot, you're going to get bleeding. So first we are going to rinse this, and I want you guys to really look at the soap down in the bowl and how it's not super red. I could not believe it because there are so many different reds that I have used over the years. And when you're shampooing it out, like the soap and the shampoo and the bubbles that you get are bright red. Sometimes your hands will be stained, even if it's just a copper. So when you look and see how clear that water is, I could not believe it. But this is how I always wash out colors like this when I have a blonde color block up front. Really rinse until all the dye is out. And then I like to come in with my K18 Detox shampoo. And you can see here, the soap is still like white. It is crazy to me how it did not turn super peachy or red or orange. It was just like incredible. So I don't know what kind of witchcraft they have used, but I have never in my life rinsed out a copper and still had like white shampoo. I was even showing Shelly my hands. I was like, look at my hands. They're like, the soap is still white. So it was pretty incredible. You can see here, even there, the lather is just like regular white. It's not even peach or red. So huge thing when you're doing color blocks like this, use a good brand that doesn't bleed like crazy. But now that we've done that, I like to bring the blonde back, and I am using cool water. Now, that normally feels really good for clients that just had lightener on their scalp anyway. So cool water is always going to be best when you're dealing with color blocking and vibrant colors. So I'm really rinsing it, and then once again coming in with the K18 Detox shampoo, hitting all of my blonde areas, and then I went through the copper one more time. just to make sure everything was nice and clean. She's got really thick hair, so really scrubbed her down. After I washed this one out, I wanted to use the new K18 Triple Bright Purple Shampoo on her. It is incredible because it's not just a toning shampoo, but it's also going to kind of clarify that old blonde that she has in the ends and just really get out any old metals, minerals, dirt, things that are hiding in there to help brighten up that blonde. So I am just gonna put that in and let it sit for a couple of minutes. And that really helped clean her ends up as well as the base. All right, then we're gonna bring her back to the chair because I like toning at my chair. I don't like toning at the wash bowl. So as soon as I rinse all of this out, I am going to give her the K18 mask and then brush that through. And if you don't know, you do have to wait 4 minutes after applying the K18 mask, which I think is a great timing because then I can just brush it through during those 4 minutes, just like this, because Shelly gets super tangly and that's just her hair texture. But I like to comb it out with the K18 and then it just looks so beautiful. You can already see all her curls popping out, but look at that front. We haven't even toned it yet and it's so beautiful. But for our toners, I will be using the Danger Jones Gloss Toners, and I'm separating the blonde. It's okay if there's a little bit of red in there. I'd rather have a little bit of red than missing some of the blonde. It's not going to do anything to it. But I did forget to record myself doing it when I'm using the 1003 and the 10O. And here is our beautiful after. Like, are you kidding me right now? That copper is just so rich and beautiful. I love the blend into our old color. You can't even tell. It just looks so gorgeous. And I mean, the blonde is so clean and bright. And here it is outside. I just love that multi-tonal dimensional color in there. It looks like there's highlights and there's not. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for another tutorial. I will see you next week for more education. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you then. Bye.